Real quick before we jump into the video, guys, for the rest of this year I'm going to be on a fundraising campaign to raise a minimum of £1,000 for the Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. For more information on the charity and what it does, and for the donation links, please look in the description below. And thank you all for your continued support. Enjoy the show. What's going on, guys? Ribombees teacher now, so we're here with the RBL, week number 8. Your Bournemouth Ribombees are taking on the Houston Ziggies and my good friend Hermes Game Corner. Now, state of play of the league for this one. This match, honestly, has next to no relevance for playoffs. We are already locked in playoffs. Hermes is unfortunately already out. So, the only thing that matters with this game for me is the result. So, there were 2 matches left, I believe, that had to go ahead, and they're jostling for seeding positions. That is Rotten Tomato and Ribombees, and obviously this game. So, Rotten and Ribombees have played. Ribombees 2-0'd Rotten, which means that Ribombees is in 2nd seed, and currently Rotten is in 6th. So, the way for us to get 5th place here is to, if we lose, we have to lose 2-1. Or basically, we just win 1 game. Out of the 3, that's all we need to do, and we're going to be 5th seed in playoffs, which is really, really comfortable. That is because even if I lose 2-1, I'll have the same differential as Rotten, but because I beat Rotten in week 4, that would mean that I have head-to-head, which means I'll be in 5th seed. And if I'm in 5th seed, that means I'll be playing the LA Lakers and Matt Flame. If I finish in 6th seed, I'll be playing Sayan Bush Sr., who we played and dumpstered in week 5. So, kind of awkward, I'm not gonna lie. It does have a pretty interesting scenario here. Is like, our route in playoffs might actually be better for us to lose this game, because I would much rather play Sayan than Matt Flame. Mostly because I can beat Sayan pretty comfortably. We played in week 5, of course, and we dumpstered him while holding back, so that's a thing. But I haven't played Matt Flame yet, so I don't really know what to expect against Matt Flame, because that would be prepping a completely different team. So, yeah, definitely interesting. But I would like to win. Hermes is a very good friend of mine, of course. Completely brand new to competitive. And I think it kind of shows with this draft. So let's look at his team, and then we'll break down mine. So, his G-Max Charizard. Very, very powerful G-Max. Very, very hard hitting. Those wildfire burn damage is very, very scary on anything that is not Cinderace or Colossal on my team. So, pretty interesting. I'm not entirely sure it has a good matchup in my team, though, because I have Zeraora, of course. I have a Shifu, which, while it is slower than Charizard, I can just run Scarf and Surging Strikes and just knock it out. And I'm no stranger to running that. I've run it quite a few times this season, so I wouldn't be too surprised. And then, you know, my team does match up into it. Obviously, Colossal after a Steam Engine, particularly after one Pokemon clicks Surf. You guys know I've run Weavile Colossal before, and stuff like that. So, definitely something to consider. But, yeah. Charizard, very potent G-Max. If he brings it, it might be annoying for me, because I'm planning on having a bit of fun with this match and kind of memeing a little bit. But I kind of don't want this Charizard to come. If it doesn't come, I have a good chance of memeing. If it does, I may not. So that's the thing. Metagross, pretty solid, man. Definitely usually requires support for it. I'm looking through this team, and I don't immediately see a Brutal Swing Pokemon. Rillaboom might get it. In fact, I am actually going to check. Let's look at move pools on some of these. Actually going to have to do this live, because I've forgotten my stats. I'm looking for Brutal Swing on Rillaboom. I don't think I see it. Oh, it does have it. So the thing about Brutal Swing on Rillaboom, though, is that Rillaboom has 125 attack base. And if you're running Rillaboom, you probably want max attack on it. So you're going to do a lot of damage to this Metagross, just to proc its policy. So I really don't see a world where he brings Brutal Swing here. Let me check Swampert, see if Swampert ever got it. I feel like Swampert might get it. Particularly as it's a potential Mega. It does not, actually. It does get Darkest Lariat, interestingly. Also gets Fling. Fling could be kind of fun. As my screen decides it wants to go to sleep. No, thank you. Let's see. What else could get it? Obstagoon, I guess? Obstagoon probably should get it, given the fact it's a Dark type. But even if Obstagoon did get it, like, that's a pretty scary mon to attack with, because Obstagoon is base 90 attack, and Brutal Swing would be stab. Let's see. It does not get Brutal Swing. What? That's knockoff, though, but that's not going to help. That's very interesting that it actually does not get Brutal Swing. I thought it would have done. But yeah, like, the only Brutal Swing mon that's pretty obvious here is Rillaboom. And Rillaboom does not really want to attack its own partner. Brutal Swing does a lot of damage to it just to proc the policy, and then you'd still have to Dynamax the Metagross. And then, you know, I do have things like a Cinderace that outspeeds it. Weavile also outspeeds it and can hit it for stab super effective damage. So, it's kind of awkward, but Metagross could be very solid in this, particularly in Trick Room. He does have a Trick Room setter in Orbeetle, so definitely something to bear in mind. Swampert, pretty bulky water ground type, only weak to grass, of course, but we do have a Ferrothorn that kind of walls it, although if he runs physical or runs a fighting move, like Drain Punch, for example, it could be problematic. Gengar is fast-ish. It's 110 speed, which is slower than my Weavile, so it probably shouldn't come. I wouldn't be surprised if he brought it, though, to try to make it work. Choice Scarf Gengar could be a threat, but I do have a Sableye that kind of shuts that down, so I'm not really sure you could afford to bring that. Suicune, very bulky water type, very solid. Obviously, we know of Crocoon and Vincoon a lot. You know, the Carmine set and the Restock Scald set. Pretty common sets on Suicune, but those are mostly single sets. It does get access to Tailwind, which is something I do need to be a little bit careful of. But the thing is, Suicune's like base 85 speed. It's not the fastest thing in the world. I have plenty of Pokemon on my team that outspeed it. Obstagoon hits pretty hard. Actually got decent natural bulk on it on the physical side. Pretty lackluster special side, though. Well, I say that. 81 speed F isn't that bad on 93 HP. But it is pretty quick at base 95 speed, which could be a problem for one of my meme strats that I want to do, which I'll show you. And then, as Guts has defined his abilities, he's had a tendency to bring Guts Flame Orb with Fling, or Switcheroo, rather. That's a potential thing, which could be problematic, but he's had a tendency to use it before he actually lets the Flame Orb burn the Obstagoon for the Guts boost, so that's a thing. Orbeetle, pretty bulky mon. I've used Orbeetle an awful lot over the years. Iron Defense Body Press, particularly in singles, does get stored power as well. Does get Webs, but that's not particularly good in VGC. Does get Trick Room, of course, for Metagross, which could be viable as an option. Excuse me. Goodra, a very specially bulky dragon. Got a very wide move pool on both the physical and the special side. Not the fastest thing, it's base 85 speed, but it could be solid. Absol got a few moveset buffs, but I don't really think it does anything in this matchup. And Zigzagoon, of course, is his mascot. Probably shouldn't come to any game at all. It's way worse than even Obstagoon, and Obstagoon is not the best. So, with all that being said, let's look at our team. And also, nicknames this week, shout outs to the Game Corner crew. All our Pokemon this week are named after Hermes' mods, of which I'm also one, so yeah, that's the thing. We're also bringing Pokemon we've not used before. So, we're bringing Nacho for reals, the Dracloak, with Violite, of course. We're running a relatively supportive set. We are max HP, max speed. This allows me to outspeed everything on the team except Gengar or a Choice Scarfer. But we're running it with Ally Switch, Surf, Will-O-Wisp, Protect. Surf is obviously the only attacking move that I really need. Yes, I'm walled by Rillaboom, but we can burn Rillaboom and not care. So that's something. We're running Jolly, of course, to guarantee the speed advantage over the Charizard. Obviously, if he brings Gengar, that could be an issue. But the main goal of this set is to proc Hot Cookie Oil. The Colossal, of course, Hot Cooking Oil. One of my good friends as well. Running Weakness Policy Colossal with actually quite a lot of HP this week. The reason for this is this allows me to outspeed Gengar. That's pretty much all I really need to outspeed. Obviously, I could have tried to outspeed a Scarf Gengar, but again, Gengar's got an awkward matchup because I do have two Dark types that beat it, so definitely doesn't make sense to bring it in my opinion. Hot Cooking Oil, running Heat Wave, Earth Pass, Solar Beam, Meteor Beam, nothing too fancy. Pretty standard-ish set, and of course Modest Nature for the extra damage power. Nothing too complicated. I debated on Scald, but I don't think Scald actually has the best matchup here. Solar Beam actually allows me to hit Swampert, which is kind of the idea behind this, and everything on this team really doesn't want to take any of this. So, yeah, pretty scary mon. Obviously, that's going to be the most try-hard duo on this team. We also have Broke Gamer Boy, the Zera Aura, running Assault Vest this week. Running a lot of HP again. Because this thing is so blisteringly fast, the only thing I need to outspeed is Gengar, which is considerably slower, so we're only running about 120 speed. This allows me to outspeed everything on his team, barring any Scarfers. And we've got the rest in HP, and obviously max attack, because we are physical. Acrobatics, close combat, plasma fists, and knockoff. I debated on running special this week, but I actually kind of like having acrobatics for max airstream. That will definitely be helpful moving on into the battle, particularly with some of my later sets. And of course, we're Adamant Nature, as already said. Next up, of course, is Van Ho, the Cinderace, running a Choice Scarf set, running a very, very speedy set. Running Libero, of course, we are actually running Choice Scarf and Special, which is kind of fire. Scarf Electro Ball is actually pretty funny. It actually does a lot of damage to Charizard, which you might not expect. It can also do a lot of damage to Suicune if it tries to switch in. Obviously, I can't touch Swampert, which if he brings Swampert and not Suicune, it'll be kind of sad. Flamethrower, Scorching Sands, and Focus Blast actually gets a lot of special moves that might be surprising. It gets things like Shadow Ball as well, which I almost bought on it. Sadly, it doesn't get Energy Ball for Swampert. I kind of hoped it did, but it didn't. But nonetheless, this move pool is actually kind of scary, because if I can burn the Rillaboom even on a switch-in with a Scorching Sands, it actually kind of causes Rillaboom a lot of problems. And obviously Metagross doesn't want to take Scorching Sands either, and stuff like that, so pretty scary move pool. Obviously running Scarf. This could still be a max target, honestly, because we are timid, and enough speed to outspeed Scarf Gengar, because we are max speed, and we outspeed Gengar naturally. I debated on trying to creep a little bit, but there's just no point, because the amount of HP I would get from creeping in this instance is negligible, so it wasn't worth it to me, but I just ran the speed anyway. Next up is going to be Togetic, Purple Unicorn, obviously. Now, this is where we get spicy. If you think the Scarf Special Cinderace wasn't spicy, this is where it gets fun. We are running Life Orb, Hustle, Max Attack, Max Speed, Togetic, which doesn't make a lot of sense when I don't have a lot of speed in general even after this, but it's kind of fun. Dual Wing Beat, Play Rough, Brick Break, and Roost. This is basically a max target. So I thought, what more fun way to try and use a Pokemon that I haven't used yet and try and make it a Dynamax target, because we can, and in all honesty, it's going to be good fun either way. If I can pull this off, it'll be pretty funny, and obviously we're running Adamant. I probably should run Jolly, actually. If I'm being honest, I probably should have run Jolly, but whatever, I don't care. We're doing this for fun anyway. Hey, this actually can do sizable damage to Obstagoon if I actually live the hit. Brick Break is actually there to one-shot the Obstagoon, so long as I connect, unless I max this, and then I guarantee killing with a max Knuckle. So that's something to bear in mind. Play Rough is also kind of nice, and Dual Wing Beat for damage against any Sashmons. I'm not expecting this to be a sweeper, but it could be pretty funny nonetheless if I can get the setup. And last but by no means least is la creme de la creme of our set this week is going to be Average Gaming, the Ferrothorn, the Normal Gem, Explosion, Swords Dance, Ferrothorn. Yep, you heard me. That's exactly what we're going for here. And we are max attack, max speed, and Adamant Nature. This is so stupid it could work, but if I can get some Airstreams up, and if I can get some Max Knuckles up, and pair that up with the Swords Dance, this thing can just blow up his entire team, and that's kind of what we're going for here. We're kind of having a bit of fun with Explosion Ferrothorn. Obviously, this is a stupid set. I should just run, like, physically bulky Pharaoh with, like, Leech Seed, Protect, Knock Off, and something else. Probably a grass move or something. But you know what? That's boring. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to bring an offensive Pokemon on our defensive style. So we'll see how this works. It's going to be good fun either way. So long as I avoid being 2-0'd by Hermes, we'll be 5th seed anyway. So going to be good fun. That's going to be the team. Let's take you into the battle and let's have some fun. Alright guys, we're connected up with Hermes, of course. I'll decide the rules for this one, because I actually know the rules now, which is pretty good. It's double battle tower rules. We are, of course, connected with our good friend Hermes. You can see the 6 I'm bringing up there if you skip the builder, and you can see the 6 I think he's bringing. I hope he doesn't bring the Gengar, because it kind of ruins my thing. If he brings the Charizard as well, then I might not be able to meme. But nonetheless, just to let you guys know, I made one small change from the team builder. I actually put Focus Sash on my Dracloak because for some reason I forgot to change it from a Violet. I noticed that after I recorded the builder and I didn't want to redo the builder. So we've got a Focus Sash this time. It's just in case he brings the Gengar. He may not. But yeah, good luck Hermes. This will be a fun game. We'll be entering the game corner, so let's find out if we hit the jackpot or are we going to be flat out busted. We'll soon find out. Hermes is just getting his team ready. Definitely looking forward to seeing what he brings. Obviously, we're having a little bit of fun this week. I need one win, basically, to guarantee 5th seed in playoffs. So, I only need to win one game. So, we might try hard game 1, and then have a bit of fun with the rest of the series. Will depend what Hermes has brought. Alright, Hermes. What have you brought for me? No Gengar, thankfully. He did bring the Charizard. He brought Swampert instead of Suicune. He actually brought the Goodra. Huh. I did not expect Goodra, I'm not gonna lie to you. So Dracloak is faster than his entire team, barring any Scarfers, which is really good news for us. I don't see a reason why I don't lead Dracloak and Colossal. I didn't really bring anything for Goodra because I didn't expect it to come. Not gonna lie. Ferrothorn is kind of mediocre in this match, I'm not gonna lie. But I do actually like the Togetic option. Let's see. What do I want? I got 30 seconds, so I got time. Cinderace actually has a really good matchup once Swampert is gone. I think we definitely bring Zeraora. And then I might bring Ferrothorn anyway, just because it can answer the Orbeetle and the Swampert pretty well. So yeah. We'll lead with this. We'll see what he brings. He locked in straight away, so no Suicune. Brought Swampert instead. Not too surprised to see that. I actually thought he might have brought Swampert originally, but he didn't. Let's see what he leads with while I change this up. Didn't bring Metagross. Orbeetle Obstagoon? Okay. This is perfectly fine for me. So I don't know what he can do to my Colossal here. Probably not a lot. He does Frisk, so he's gonna see my items. So he's probably gonna know the strategy now. But I'm fine with this either way. We are gonna Surf. And then I almost just want to max Flare into the Orbeetle. Because I don't want him to set up Trick Room. I think that's the thing I need to be wary of, is he could set up Trick Room here. So we are going to max Flare the Orbeetle. We're going to commit our max. So he didn't bring the Gengar. He brought the Goodra. And he didn't bring Metagross. He brought Orbeetle instead. So we get our max up, we hit the Surf, get the Steam Engine and the Policy, so we are now faster than everything on his team. We didn't see a Scarf on anything, so we are in a pretty good spot here. This Max Flare will blow up the Orbeetle. Nice, so Orbeetle's now dead. So now it's interesting to see what this Obstagoon did. So Orbeetle's dead, good turn 1 for us. He went for knockoff into my Dracloak. That's fine. We do live because we are sashed. We curse his knockoff. So that's actually good for us. And he has Guts. Okay. So we know what his set is now. That's fine. That's perfectly okay for us. What comes out next? Swampert? Yeah, Swampert. Okay. We just ally switch here for sure. And I overgrowth into the Swampert. This should probably just kill. I am +2. I don't see a world where he lives a +2 hit. Even if he's Assault Vest. He maxes. Is this the Obstagoon or the Swampert? Max Swampert could be interesting. It is Swampert, actually. Oh, interesting. So is he max Quaking into my Colossal? That could be kind of annoying. But we are actually going to ally switch, so if he went for that, then we're in a better play. Yeah, we do get the ally switch off. He didn't protect, so this might still kill. As here comes the Overgrowth. This probably should still kill. And it does. Yeah, perfect. So he wasted his max, which is great news for us. This Colossal just basically blows him up. Unfortunately, Colossal is not great for him. So, yeah. Colossal basically just wins this match, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I'm not gonna bring it game 2. He switcherooed. So, he gave my Dracloak a Flame Orb, I guess? Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Because I still live the turn, right? Because I don't get burned until the next turn. Okay, so what's next? Because actually, to be honest, giving my Colossal a Flame Orb actually does nothing, because it doesn't burn me. Because I'm a fire type. So, that's a thing. Goodra is the last. Alright. I don't actually think I killed this Goodra, to be honest with you. Even at +2. With a Rockfall. But I'm down to try it. Yeah, we'll go for that. And, I mean, Nacho's gonna go down either way here. Kind of just want to ally switch, because I think he might Earth Power into my Colossal. So we're gonna ally switch again. Risky play to ally switch, because he could read into it. But I don't feel like I have a reason not to go for it, because I know my Dracloak's gonna die either way. Yeah, I'm gonna hit this Rockfall. We'll see how much this does. Does this kill? So that is Assault Vested Goodra for it to live that hit. So now we know. But we do get the sand up as well, which is fine. Close combat into the Dracloak, and actually Draco Meteors. That's actually perfectly fine with me. I'm actually happy that he went for that play. So my Dracloak actually hung on by 1 there, which is kind of interesting. I didn't expect that. But the sand will knock me out, though. Or not. I guess we good. Alright. So, our max is done now, which is fine. It's kind of funny that we hung on by 1 HP there. Was not expecting that. So our max is over, but we know Colossal's the fastest thing on the field. So in that case, I can protect my Dracloak here. And then Heat Wave. So long as I don't miss the Goodra, this play is fine. So we'll go for the Protect. Because we know we live. Heat Wave does not miss either, so this should kill the Goodra. It doesn't quite kill the Goon, but that's fine. Alright, and he does close combat, kill my Colossal. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Because, I mean, this game's over anyway. Like, he can't win this from here. I could have ally switched again there, just for the hell of it, but it's really not worth it when the Goon is his last mon, so... We are going to take the double kill, but it doesn't really matter. The Goon will live because of the terrain, but I'm okay with this. There's like, he's going to see my back 2 mons and then realize he's dead. Because we've brought Zeraora in the back, and we brought Ferrothorn in the back, so... And he can't beat both of these mons, so... Oh dear, I hope he's enjoying the game corner names. I don't actually know if he's recording inside of the battle. I know he hasn't recorded a couple of these matches. Yeah, I'm not really going to show him too much here. I'm just going to show him the knockoff. Because both Physical or Zeraora can run it. And then, I guess I knock off as well. Why not? Because I'm going to pick up the kill either way. So, he doesn't know what my Ferrothorn set is. He just knows I brought it. So, good games to Hermes. That locks us in for 5th seed for playoffs. So we can have a bit of fun now with the rest of this match. Because he's going to really have to try and prep for this Colossal now. So I expect him to lead the Goodra. We'll take your lead card, Hermes. Why not? We'll play with the same rules. So... What do I want to bring against this for game 2? I like the idea of leading... See, the thing is, he has close combat on the Goon, which means Ferrothorn is going to be hard to meme with. Which kind of makes this a little scary. But I do think we can have a little bit of fun with this. I could potentially lead Dracloak and Ferrothorn. That's potentially a thing I can do. I can also lead Togetic. So he has Knockoff, he has Close Combat. He's probably got Facade as well. And he has Switcheroo. So... okay. What do we want to do here? I really want to bring Togetic. I want to try Togetic for a game. I know Colossal destroys him, so I'm not going to be too bothered about bringing it. Obviously, I could just bring these two and destroy him again, but we're going to try and have some fun with this series. I think I'll lead Zeraora and Cinderace this match. Interesting he didn't bring Charizard last time. And I think we bring Dracloak and Ferrothorn. And we don't bring the Colossal this time. Obviously, I know this is throwing. I could just as easily 2-0 Hermes, but it's not fun. I want to have some fun with this match, so we're going to bring some different stuff. Okay. Let's see what you got this time for me, Hermes. What'd you lead this time? Probably a different lead now. Rillaboom, Obstagoon. That makes sense. I wondered if the Rillaboom would come. Alright. But we're leading our two fast boys now. So, we'll see how this goes. So he is going to Grassy Surge. Could mean he Grassy Terrains into my Cinderace, or Grassy Glides into my Cinderace, but this is kind of a rough lead for him. I do want to max Knuckle, I think, into the Goon. I actually kind of want to max Lightning, actually, because if I max Lightning, I reset the terrain and recon the Rillaboom. So we are going to max Lightning here. And Flamethrower, I guess? Yeah, let's go for that. We'll max Lightning and Flamethrower. So we're gonna get our max off here. Obviously, I would have rather have maxed Togetic in this game, but I don't think I'm gonna get a chance to, unfortunately, because he did bring the Charizard. So, a little unfortunate, but we're just gonna have a different run of the game here. Because my Cinderace is actually faster than my Zeraora, which he's gonna realize I'm Scarf if he didn't Grassy Glide, which he didn't. This might kill. Not quite. Oh well. Worth a go, though. But the fact he didn't Grassy Glide there was kind of interesting. I wonder if he knocked off. So, we are going to reset his terrain. So, he doesn't have the terrain anymore. We'll see what he does. What did you go for? Knock off into the Zeraora. Knock off my Assault Vest, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. And he double knocked off, actually. Well, that helps me. Like, getting rid of my Scarf kind of helps me. It weakens my Electro Ball, but I can do a lot here now. So, I think what I want to do here, then, is I want to Knuckle into the Goon, and then Flamethrower the Rillaboom. This should pick up the double KO. Unless he has Protect on something. Which he might have. He might have Protect. But yeah, we're not going to get to show off the Scarf special Cinderace tech, but that's fine. We are going to knock out the Rillaboom here. Which is perfectly fine. And then we max Knuckle here. Because the reason I don't need to worry about max Knuckling into my Cinderace is my Cinderace is special. So, I don't need to bother about his physical attack. It's kind of funny that my Cinderace is still faster than my Zeraora, because I only sped crept my Zeraora to outspeed the Gengar. So, that's a funny little thing there. But it's cool either way. Goodra's coming out. Okay. And Charizard, interestingly. Why'd you bring the Charizard now when I have Max Lightning? Just coming in your face. Well, I mean, he's definitely maxing this Charizard for sure. So we're just going to double into it. I wish I brought Play Rough for the Goodra now, but I don't mind not bringing it. So he does max. This is obviously his Charizard. I wonder if I actually kill. I wonder if he put bulk investment on this Charizard. Not sure. Not actually sure. Alright, so we get the Electro Ball off. Hit the Libero, change our type. In terrain. Actually did a sizable amount of damage. Not as much as I thought it would. Here comes the Max Lightning. How much does this do? Does this kill? It does. Okay, so that's a great turn for us. Again, he couldn't get his max to work. So kind of funny. But yeah, what's the Goodra going for? Draco into Cinderace. Okay, that's fine. Lowering his special attack is perfectly fine for me. I'm actually more than happy that you did this. So unfortunately, I don't really have anything to hit the Goodra with my Zeraora. Let's go into average here. And I hope he doesn't ruin my meme. That's all I can say. We're 3v1, so we'll see what he does. Okay, we'll go for knockoff. I want to see if he is Assault Vest. And then we go for Swords Dance. Just because I want to see if I can live. If he has Flamethrower, then I probably don't live, but... you know, he is -2, and we are... Well, we're offensive, Ferrothorn. He doesn't know that yet. He doesn't know we're offensive. I mean, the thing is, he could also be choiced, like Specs, but that Draco damage in game 1, I don't think is Specs. But we'll soon find out. He was Specs, actually. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, they actually missed the Draco there, which kind of sucks. Little unfortunate, but we are going to get an attack boost, which is kind of funny. I mean, I could knock off again, I think. I think I can just Acrobatics here. And... you know what? We're going to try and explode. We're going to try it. I want to win with Explosion. Damn it! Oh well. I didn't get to show off my meme, unfortunately. Unfortunately, Zeraora was kind of a little too strong. So we take a nice clean 2-0 over Hermes here. Definitely an interesting match. I feel like his max timings were pretty unfortunate there. But very interesting team selection. Not a team I expected to come. But GG's to Hermes. That was a very fun game. Definitely appreciate that. So that guarantees us the 5th seed in the playoffs, which means that we will be facing Cooking Papa himself, Matt Flame. Definitely looking forward to that match. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Ribombees Teacher. I'm your coach of the Royal Bournemouth Ribombees for everyone else in the RBL that can't pronounce it. Stay safe, stay awesome. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.